Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So straight into the action. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Jared Bowen's rise to the top, Peter, is a nice story. It was a real tale of struggles with failed trials and clubs being dissolved, but those experiences have served him very well. And you see now in that never-say-die attitude he's developed, he's got boundless enthusiasm, the very epitome now of how togetherness trumps individual talent.
Yeah, he'll be looking for a goal or two.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
That is ended up in no man's land. Gerard Moreno. Oh, good spread. Araujo kept his eye on it, and he's there. Gerard Moreno. Well, that looks a decent ball. Is it Son Heung-min? Goal! Manchester United! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Manchester United are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
An early launch, just as they wanted, just as they hoped it. Oh, this looks sharp. Marquinhos calmly anticipates. Spread to the right. Quarter of an hour played. Burmo. Now it's Gerard Moreno. Shot, surely! Manchester United currently a goal to the good, and with the lion's share of the ball. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite. Real chance! And he should have made them pay.
Gerard Moreno deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Opts for safety. Tries to pass it through. Chance! Oh, it's come loose. Played towards the front line. Gabriel Jesus. Reinildo cuts it out. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Probing pass. He's picked his way through. Deflected behind for a corner kick. And we have our very first corner. And that should get the job done. Here comes the cross. Araujo clears it away. And it's Paredes. And this is Son. And a chance! And that is doing no harm at all.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Half an hour played now. Played out towards the right wing. De Paul. Gerard Moreno. What a throw in. Tries to play it through. brilliantly cut out. Now it's Gabriel Jesus. Now, what about a counter-attack? De Paul.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
And it's Adley. He'll try from distance! And he has kicked it out somehow!
Adley really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Manchester United are looking to go forward now. Now it's Son Heung-min. Now it's Gerard Moreno. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
He's had it taken off him. Referee's given a throw. Done so. He's a sharp little ball here. Oh, such a clever touch. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Goes for a shot! But he's left disappointed.
Yeah, we can't fault him for the attempt, although it might have been a case of momentary tunnel vision then.
Araujo picks it up from the goal kick. And for the first half, that is that. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. So your views on the first half?
Well, this is when you need your players to step up, Peter. Be brave, see all that courage. They need to have a big start to the second half to give them some momentum, and they're not going to get that if they're being too risk-averse.
Manchester United with the game's only breakthrough. It's 1-0.
Substitution.
Down to business again.
Manchester United definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
Son Heung-min. And they can counter here. Adley. Now it's Gabriel Jesus. Defending was strong and firm. Son Heung-min. And now the breakaway. Neatly clipped into space. Martinez attempts a clearance.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
And here's Bowen, challenged just a bit on the firm side.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Son Heung-min picks it up out wide, tries to get it clear.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Just coming up to the hour mark, and it's still 1-0. And he was quick to react. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Not the best distribution from the keeper. Now it's Gerard Moreno. And Bomo. Stood up well to him there. Goes long and straight. Just eases him off the ball. Could move up a gear here. Adley.
That's just playing it safe and simple. Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an error. And the finish! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? It's a throw-in.
Substitution for Manchester United. Number 6.
That's a risky ball, you've got to say.
Number 10.
Your impression so far, Jim?
There's a lot of football still to be played, Peter, so ideally they need to maintain an attacking endeavour.
Trossard, nicely weighted ball. Now this could be a chance. Can he finish? Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get the reward if they can stick at this.
Endrick touches it back. Gittins was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Reinildo. That's been drilled forward.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
That's tidy. He's had a shot! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Over to the right flank. And Bomo.
Manchester United surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
And that's going to be a booking. Reinildo with the clearance. And it's Frimpong. That's a good foray he's making. Engages and forces him off the ball. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. It's a searching pass. And he welcomes it in. And Bomo. Lyon needed that. They really needed it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
He's on it. Can he get away? Now, he's got space here. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Manchester United, moments now away from seeing this one out. And that's definitely not his best. And Bomo. Pass is just off target.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
He's having a hit!
And Bomo really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Sends it crossfield. Grimaldo spots it and intercepts. Kovacic. Kovacic stood his ground strongly. And that will be it. Manchester United have done it. Their solitary strike ultimately proving just enough. A terrific win, however you look at it. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Well, Peter, I was expecting this game to be put to bed a lot earlier, especially when the opponent struggled to get back into it. They could have shown greater potency.
Immediately.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.